On this episode of Sources, we have the honor of sharing the incredible journey of a true survivor, a powerhouse of resilience, and a celebrated voice in soca music, Samantha Grant. Samantha's musical career soared with her hit song, Rock Your Body. However, beyond the spotlight, Samantha's life story is testament of strength, courage, and the unbreakable human spirit. After being diagnosed with cancer in 2022, she fought through chemotherapy, emerging victorious as a cancer survivor. But the battle didn't end there. She was subsequently diagnosed with kidney failure, requiring dialysis to stay alive. But despite the immense physical and emotional toll, her resilience shines through. Join us as we share her inspiring story of survival, music, and the power of community spirit.
I'm feeling to fight, I'm feeling to walk on, I'm feeling to carry on, cause they say that I am the soca storm. I'm feeling to sweat, bring your body close up, I'm feeling to wheel and tumble, don't mind you looking like trouble, I'm feeling to rock my body.
Hello and welcome to Sources. I'm your host, Svetlana Marshall, and today as we continue to celebrate our women, I have with me Samantha Grant. Samantha, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me here. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor. Samantha, you
Yes.
started your musical career at the age of 19. Wow.
Yes.
Tell me about that journey.
Well, it was fun, I must say. I started, as I got older, I realized that I could sing. So I knew someone that sang at a club called the Sheriff Deputies. And he saw me and he heard me sing and he came to me and he said, "Oh, I would like to introduce you to the owner of the club because he want to do a band with 4 girls. And I know you could sing, so I wanted to come." So I went there, I saw the owner, which is Mr. David Bacchus, and he passed away right now, right? So he saw me, we talked a little bit, he heard me sing, and he asked me if I would like to be a part of, his team. So I said yes. And it was myself, Candace, Beverly, and a girl named Sharon. Okay. And we were the Sheriff Deputies and the Wonder Girls.
Oh, wow, what a name, Wonder Girls.
Yes. So from there on, I started to sing, and then there was this guy that came from overseas. His name was Mr. Bowden. He passed away too. And he came and he heard us sing. He came for vacation, he heard us sing, and he was asking if we would do an album with him. But the girls did not want to take the chance. So I did. And I went to Trinidad alongside Mr. Sean Bowler, where we did the album. And with the famous song everybody know, Rock My Body, that Mr. Liston Paul wrote. And from there, it was history.
What was the response like for that song? I know it's very, very popular.
It is popular. The response actually, I think, was great. The thing is, I never got a chance to promote the song because I went away. And so when the song was playing over here, a lot of people did not know it was a Guyanese artist that sang the song. But when I came back home and people realized, the response was good. Got some people still don't know that I sing the song.
Well, now
right?
you know. Now
yes.
you know.
Some people still don't know that I sang the song. But the response is great. The song is still popular, even though I did it for so many years.
20 years, right?
Yeah, it still sounds like a fresh new thing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling to rock my body. It still sounds fresh. It sounds like I did it like 2 weeks ago. But the response is great, and I really appreciate that.
So, on your return to Ghana, tell me about the work that you did in the music industry.
Well, when I came back, I met with Mr. Bunny Halls and Miss Charmin Blackman. We did an album together, and we also, did some other work and so forth. So it's been nice working with them. They've been nice.
Very supportive.
Very supportive, yes.
Yes. And what are some of the challenges musicians, artists experience in Guyana? What you would like to see improve?
Well, some of the challenges that we don't get the support that we need. I feel like they have their own one type of people that they push when it comes to the music industry, which I think is sad because Guyana have a lot of talented artists, young and mature, and I think everybody deserves a chance. I think that even for Guyanese artists, we need support in the sense of having our own when it comes to our own little piece of land. We could build our own little home. We could have our own little business. And I don't understand why that is not given to us in that way. I don't understand.
The support is
the
just
support
not there.
is not there. It's there for some, but not there for others. I don't understand when you could say one Guyana, but you're only dealing with one set of people. It don't make sense to me, and that's not right.
Let's move a bit off the musical
Yes.
arena and talk a bit more personal, your personal life. In 2021, you realized that something was definitely not right.
Yes. 2021, I felt a little small lump at my left side breast. I didn't take it for anything. And a couple months go by, I realized the lump is getting bigger. So I decided I'm going to go do a mammogram. And I went to Georgetown Hospital. I did a mammogram, but you know, it takes a little while to come back, like a little 5-6 months for the results to come back. In that time, the lump was getting bigger and bigger. When the results came back, the doctor diagnosed that I was, I had cancer, breast cancer. Hearing that, I'm not gonna lie, that's the first time I cried because I'm actually a strong person, right? So when I heard that news, I don't know why, but when I heard that news, sorry about that.
Take your time, take your time.
All right.
Take your time.
It's even choking me up a little bit now.
Yeah.
Even though I know that, you know, I've come a long way, but when I heard the news, you know,
It was hard.
It was hard because you heard growing up, you know, with this when the person have cancer or
They die.
any other sickness, you heard that, oh, they don't live long and they die and so forth. So I broke down at the hospital, but when I got home and I relayed the, you know, the results to my mom, my sister-in-law and so forth, they just encouraged me that everything's going to be okay. Just trust, have faith, you know, we're going to do the necessary things that we need to do and everything's going to be okay. And so far, the support has been great. And not from my family alone, from people that I don't even know, you know, that has been supporting me by encouraging me, calling me, sending me, you know, nice words, prayers, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And that journey also included chemotherapy.
Yes,
That was a big
yes,
part
that
of
was a big
treatment.
part. That was a big part of the treatment because the lump was so big they didn't want to take the chance because the doctor had said from looking at the lump, it looked like it was already at stage 4 because my lump was an outer lump, not an inner lump, right? It was like a boil,
Wow.
this big. And she said what they'd have to do, they would have to do chemo. And I had to do chemo 3 times a week to shrink the lump. To be able to do the surgery because they didn't want to take the chance to do the surgery, right? And because they didn't want anything to spread just in case. So we did the chemo 3 times a week for, I would say, 4 or 5 months so the lump could shrink. And the lump shrank and that's how I did the surgery. In the meantime, doing the chemo, of course, my hair fell out. I used to feel tired and so forth.
And so now you're cured of cancer.
Yes, I'm actually
You're
cancer-free.
cancer-
Yes.
that's-
But I still have to be cautious, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm in remission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing well.
I'm doing well.
But I know just when you fought that battle and you won,
Yes. You know, the
Something
devil
else
always
happened.
always throws stuff that he think you can't handle. But once you have God by your side, he will handle stuff. Yes, so after the chemo, after I did the surgery and so forth, we found out that both my kidneys collapsed, had kidney failure. Yeah, so right now I'm doing dialysis, and I'm doing that up the East Coast at Dubé Center.
Walk us through that. Tell us, a day like doing dialysis. You
Well,
have to get up early in the
I have
morning.
to get up at
assume.
5 in the morning because I have to be up there for 6 o'clock. And when I got up there for 6 o'clock, when you think you're early, there's people way earlier than you, right? So, but I have to be up there for 6. I brung by 7. I normally get on the machine, and I normally be on the machine between 3.5 to 4 hours. And it's not, I don't want to let it look like it's hard in the sense, because people always ask me, oh, you feel pain when you're in the machine? No, you don't feel any pain. It's just a machine that is actually taking the blood out and cleaning it and putting it back into you, because they're making pathway for your kidneys to filter. Because once your kidneys can't filter, then of course you would feel sick, and because we all know the kidneys is what filter out the toxic. So that's basically doing dialysis. So the kidneys could filter to clear out the toxic out of your body. But it's not like chemo. For me, chemo to me is a little more intense, because they make you feel tired. Some people vomit. Some people can't eat. Your hair fall out. But with dialysis, I don't feel that way. I don't know if they have other people do, but I don't.
So how many sessions you do?
I normally do 3. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
I'm sure this is a costly venture.
Yes.
Having to do dialysis 3 times per week.
It is costly, and it's $14,000 a session. But I must say that the ministry, the government, there is a little help where they normally give you $600,000 once a year, right? But being honest, it is a help, and we appreciate the dialysis. People do appreciate it, but I don't think it's a lot, especially when somebody is doing dialysis 3 times a week or even 2 times a week for $14,000 a session. That money only lasts you like for three months. Yeah. So what's going to happen for the rest? I personally think that they should at least give you the $600,000 2 times a year. That would really help, So, and also you do get a little help from a little disability. You do get it from RDC.
Oh, okay.
You do get a little disability help. So we do get a little help, but I still think the government should do a little more for dialysis patient. Not only dialysis patient, anybody that is in a health situation, even disability, people.
Persons with disability.
Yeah.
And you spoke earlier about the support you receive, messages, I know that upon being diagnosed with cancer and then having to do the dialysis, a concert was held in your honor. Tell me about the support on that level.
Yes, Pleasance, because I used to live in Pleasance before I moved out. But this teacher called Teacher Anissa, she heard of my health situation, because before I get to that, because I know how she heard about it, because Mr. Bonnie Halls and Charmin Blackman and myself, we did go live like a couple months ago, and Bonnie and Charmin expressed my health situation to the public, and I did got support in that way too, where people helped financially, who couldn't help financially, which was okay, send prayers on and so forth. So I think she heard in that way, and she called and she asked if they could do a concert in my honor. So I said no problem. And they did. It was held at Pleasance Community Ground. Not the ground, where they have the Eddie Grant, stuff there. So it was held there, and it was fun. People came out. Jomo came out, performed. Vanilla came out. We had a couple artists there. Nikita came out. Charmin performed. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of support and a lot of contribution that I must say thanks very much to everyone.
How important it is for community support, family support, and even having that confidence or reassuring yourself that I am going to get through this. How important it is.
It's very important, because a lot of people especially with certain sickness, not just cancer alone. You have people with heart failure, you have people with kidney disease, you have people with HIV.
Anything.
Any sickness, people need support because, especially I think the number one thing I would assume with most people would die is because the lack of support, and they stress out themselves too much because they don't have the support. So I think support is important from family, friends, so people know that you're there for them, you know?
And despite all that you went through, you continue to push on.
Yes.
This year you participated
In the
Calypso
yes,
competition,
yes.
celebrating life.
Celebrating life. Mr. Bonnie Halls wrote the song. For me, that was, even though I did not get a stage, which is okay, but I'm glad that I got the opportunity to go on stage to perform the song, because when I did, a lot of people had a good response to the song. They were like, you know, they heard people are going through stuff. So that song is basically letting people know it doesn't matter what you go through. You got to celebrate life. You got to keep strong. You got to have faith, just to let you know God is with you. Everything's going to be okay.
So let's hear a piece of that song.
Okay, I don't have a problem. Let's get it in. Life is something positive. Don't think of it as negative. Sometimes the going gets rough. This demand you must be tough. And if you dig deep down, your strength is enough. Don't ever take life for granted, or you might go on regretting it. Precious but fragile, so take it in stride. Pay attention to the lessons that life provides. So I give him praise and I give him thanks. Celebrating life, I am too blessed to be stressed.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh my
Well
God,
done.
yes.
Tell us, through your song, you're encouraging people to continue to celebrate life,
Yes.
push on.
Yes.
What would be your key message to, like you said, it's not only cancer survivors or cancer patients, but people who are struggling with different issues, illnesses, what you would like them to know as we continue to observe International Women's Day, which will be celebrated on the 8th
On
of
the 8th,
March.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I would like everyone that is going through something in their life, some trials, some tribulation. We know we will go through stuff. Nobody's life is perfect. But I would like you to know just to have faith, trusting God. Whoever you believe in, with whoever God you believe in, I don't know, but whoever, just have faith, trusting God, and everything's going to be okay. Don't give up. Don't give up. The devil is going to throw things at you, but he know why he's throwing things at you, because he know you're strong enough to fight, because you have God by your side. So don't give up, trust in God, have faith, everything's going to be okay.
As I often tell people, you are a living testimony. Continue to be strong, stay
Thank you.
blessed, and thank you so much for joining me here
Thank you
today.
for having me. Thank you.
And with that, we've come to the end of this edition of Sources. I've been your host, Svetlana Marshall.